Hi folks, a bit more of a reflective week this week, and I want to put some thinking to you and lay out some challenges. As you know, at the moment we're awash with cash, which is a great thing. There's $420 million of brand new money the LGAQ has secured for your councils from the state and federal governments. There's also $400 million of road funding from the state government brought forward. We've still got around $650 million of existing disaster relief money to be spent, plus of course Job Seeker, Job Keeper and other large federal programs. All up, there's billions of dollars of stimulus in the system. So it's going to look pretty good through all of 2021 and maybe even into half of 2022. But I've spent time reading the Reserve Bank's 6th August statement on the economy and a paper on monetary policy. And being the economist I was, or still am, it did ring alarm bells. I think we're going to see, as I say, a lot of money in the economy, a fair bit of stimulus driven by government, and then a fall off as we go into 2023 and 2024. And indeed, if you read the RBA report, what they suggest even is stagnation for the balance of the decade. So it brings into question, what do we do after the big sugar hit, all of that great money through Works for Queensland, road funding programs goes. And I was really taken back to 3 or 4 very key things we could do that were big catalytic projects that would change Queensland but also drive the economy. The first of which was for the government of the day to commit to the LGAQ's a plan to buy the infrastructure for streetlights throughout the state and to establish an IoT network for the whole of Queensland. A very radical, big program, but one we know we can do that will be transformative. We also included in there the $500 million for the Rural Water Guarantee. Add to that genuine reform of the waste industry in Queensland. We've done a big piece of work showing how that could happen. We've taken people overseas and had a look at how that happens in Europe and the US. But now's the time. Because of the money that's generated out of the waste levy, we can really look at big initiatives, and they're really in 3 parts. Using existing road to recycle it and reuse it, to use glass and rubber and to put that into pavements, and finally energy from waste, using largely FOGO and using what we call advanced thermophilic anaerobic digestion to take that material and turn it into energy and indeed fertiliser at the end of the process. We are not talking about the big thermal plants. They are out of local government's league. They are in the billions, and that will be a job for the private sector to do. But we believe our programs, the ones that we've put out, are really change agents for Queensland for the better. We think we can really make a difference working with state governments on those programs. And whilst I've been a very strong advocate for not cutting infrastructure charges and for the developers to pay their fair share, I was very much influenced and minded by the great work of former Lord Mayor of Brisbane, Graham Quirk, who had said they had not had a major hotel in Brisbane, a 5-star hotel, in 20 years. He cut or delayed infrastructure charges for those projects, and in a matter of a few short years, 5 new projects were built. So even within our own revenue and expenditure capabilities, councils can target specific development that they want and offer discounts or holidays for major infrastructure for those projects. And you'll be aware that the state government did announce a $200 million fund to also assist in that regard just some weeks ago, a catalytic infrastructure fund. So there are things we can do. We really do have to turn our mind to the fact that the next 2 years will speed by, and then when we get to 2023, we're starting to look at real shortages of money and how do we sustain the economy in what the Reserve Bank says will be a very flat period. Big challenges, but ones I know local government's up to. Thanks very much.